Greg, what exactly is this new charge and why is he pleading guilty now?
The new charge is different from the charge 3 months ago insofar as it pertains to Russia and all the allegations, and the whole reason Robert Mueller was appointed special counsel was to look at ties between the Trump campaign and Russia. And since the beginning, Trump has said that there was a real estate development project discussed in 2015, but it all stopped before the Iowa caucuses. Today's plea says that Michael Cohen admits that, or says that that was false. That Cohen had testified to Congress that, yes, there was no discussion of a Trump Moscow tower in 2016, and today he admitted that was false. In fact, the discussions continued through into June of 2016, after Trump had secured the nomination, and that Cohen himself had discussed with Trump the idea of traveling to Moscow to further this. So this is a significant development in the Russia story.
And it's just a couple of weeks before he was due to be sentenced anyway. And just days after Manafort's development. Yes. Explain how the two go together and what Mueller's play is here.
Well, first of all, the sentencing isn't that important. Those can often get pushed off. That's just a date that the court sets. However, yes, this comes at the end of a very turbulent week for the Mueller investigation. On Monday, we learned that the cooperation agreement that Paul Manafort had entered into had fallen apart over what Mueller's team thought were persistent lies by Manafort. So that whole drama seemed to suggest that Manafort was not helping Mueller at all, and that any thought that Manafort might turn over Russia-sensitive information was gone. So it was a good news day for Trump on Monday and Tuesday. This is bad news, insofar as it shows there really is something, finally, that Mueller has identified as a business relationship or interest from then-candidate Donald Trump with Russia up until the middle of the campaign in 2016.
Greg, how significant is the cooperation that we are now seeing?
I think it's very significant. Again, going back to Manafort, whose cooperation deal fell apart over what the government said were lies and inconsistencies, it seems that Cohen has taken a different tack. He was very cooperative, even though he didn't have an agreement with prosecutors in New York over the Stormy Daniels affair 3 months ago. And now, by entering this statement, this isn't just a promise I will help you in the future. This is an actual statement that he's making as fact in his plea today. So this is a significant development.
Greg, what is next in this whole case now?
Now that we know this, there are other aspects. Well, there are other aspects to the real estate development project that was discussed that will have to be reported out. However, we're also waiting. The Manafort deal isn't over. Mueller's prosecutors promised in court on Monday in their filing that they would, as part of their pre-sentencing agreement or part of their pre-sentencing memo, lay out the evidence that Manafort had lied. So in describing, if this is a public and non-sealed document, Mueller's prosecutors will describe Manafort's lies, and we'll find out what Mueller actually knows as to why such and such is a lie. In other words, if Manafort said something to the effect, no, there was no deal with Russia on this, as part of their sentencing memorandum, the prosecutors might say, well, we have other evidence from other witnesses indicating that there was, some kind of a contact with Russia and that Manafort was involved. And here he is saying, this is just a hypothetical example, but the sentencing memorandum that will come from Mueller and Manafort in the near future will be significant.